What's up, legends? Hope your workshop's flat out and you're making a fortune. I'm going to harp on about repeat business, why it's so important to get return business in your workshop. First reason, you can't just pick up a workshop and move it very easily. So if your workshop is in the middle of your town or middle of your suburb, you've only got X amount of driveways around you within, say, a 6 to 10 mile radius, which are going to be your core business. Because unless you're very specialized in one thing, people aren't going to drive 2 hours to get their car service with you. They just want someone local who's professional and does a very good job. If you're not chasing the repeat business, if you're not every interaction with a customer thinking this customer is a lifetime value customer to me, and you're constantly chasing new business because, I don't know, you're shafting people or you're doing cut price servicing, which then means cut price quality, there's only so many driveways before you've run out of everyone in town. And it's, like I said, very fucking difficult to lift up your workshop and then move it to the next town. Every interaction with a customer is either building or breaking their level of trust and their level of commitment to your store. And every time a customer comes back, second visit, third, fourth, fifth, how hard do you think it is to sell to someone who's already been into you for 10 years? Every time they come in, you tell them what's wrong with their vehicle. You tell them what you suggest should be repaired. They say yes. They just, yep, well, look, yeah, we trust you. Just get it fixed. Whatever it takes, just get it fixed. Isn't that the dream of every business owner? Every shop owner just wants customers that literally, they call them key chuckers. Just throw the keys, just call me when it's done. That's what you need to be striving for. If you're not, if you're constantly chasing new business, if you're constantly out there having to market, one, you've got the cost of acquiring a customer. We knew it was just over $30 to acquire a new customer. So for every new car that came through the workshop, we'd spend $30 in advertising. Then you've got to either make the $30 back plus your profit margin, or whatever your profit margin is on whatever the repair is that you've got them in for. You've got to take $30 out of that because that's what it costs for them to come in. Now, if you've got customers that are continually coming back, that $30 disappears. That's absorbed. You don't have that extra $30 per car coming in or per new customer. And they're going to spend more because they trust you. They've been in before. They've already got the prefix sale. So when you send a car out for a service and you give them a report, say, look, this can get you through till next service. They've already got it in their mind that next service I'm going to need $1,000 worth of repairs. It's already sold in their mind, and they may have even budgeted or they've saved up for it. So when it comes in, they're going to say it's in for its service. And last time it was in, you said to do X, Y, and Z. How hard is that sale? Like, that is easier than shooting fish in a barrel. It's, yep, no worries, we can get that done for you. You give them a timeline, we'll have it done this afternoon, we'll have it done tomorrow afternoon for you, whatever it is. That's the kind of business you need to build. Yet I see so many workshops that are so stuck in this. You need to get your GP, you need to get your net profit, and your gross profit needs to be. In every car, the average ARO has got to be. That's really important. But if you're only focusing on that, not focusing on customer retention, you're only ever going to be focusing on that. And you can only focus on that until all the driveways in your area are being depleted and you got no customers. And again, what do you do? Picking up your workshop, moving to the next town? You can't do that. Repeat business has another, or lifetime customers also has another benefit. If you're recommended to a business, let's just take this for the word of mouth. If you're recommended to a business and someone says, I went there once and they were pretty good, so I'd take my car there. You go, okay, that's cool. That doesn't have the same weight as a recommendation that someone says, my mum and my dad have been going to that store for 20 years and I've been taking my car there for 10 years and I've never had a drama with them. They are always on the ball. They fix it right the first time. How much weight does that have? What are the chances? If you got the first recommendation, you'd be like, oh, that sounds interesting. I'll look them up and maybe I'll book in. Then you look at it and compare it to the second scenario and say, my good friends have 100% trust and have had trust for 10 to 20 years. That's just not a recommendation. That is like a golden ticket. That's like finding the golden ticket for the Willy Wonka factory. You just go, yeah, well, if they trust X, Y, and Z, like, of course I'll go in there. It carries so much more weight. So the longer you can get a customer, every time they recommend a customer or recommend one of their friends to you, that recommendation is going to carry 10 times the weight of someone that just goes, oh, I saw an ad for them and they look pretty good. Or, yeah, I think you understand what I'm saying. some of the reasons why it's so important to try and look past the AROs, look past your GPs and go, okay, what is the actual value of the lifetime of this customer? If they bring their car into me twice a year for 10 years, what's the value on that compared to, I got a $750 average repair order this week or this month. That's great. But those customers sort of felt a little bit bent over and they kind of maybe questioned a few of the ways you sold things to them. If they're not coming back, there's no gross profit, there's no ARO. Next time they come in, if they don't come in, that's why I think it's really important to focus on those items. Anyway, that's enough of me preaching. You got cars to fix, I got workshops to transform. Let's both get back to work. And of course, as always, if you could do me a huge favor, hit the thumb because you've got two and I've got one. This is Autoboss. Out.